What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the Spandex 7, where ball is life and water's for the weak. I'm Robbie, and in today's episode, we're going to look at the announced OnePlus One smartphone. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. So, this phone was announced on April 23rd, 2014 by a Chinese manufacturer known as OnePlus. This phone is also known as the 2014 flagship killer. OnePlus's motto is never settle. So what everybody's talking about in this phone is the price point. We all know the Nexus was a great phone at a low price, but with the OnePlus, it is looking to undermine that with an even lower price. The 16GB model will only cost $299. The 64GB model will cost $349. This is $50 lower than the prices of the Nexus 5 right now. So there's no question in who OnePlus is targeting. They are targeting the Nexus line. Now with this price comes great specs, which I'm going to get to later in the video. But right now I want to talk about the software. This phone is said to be running, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing this right, the Cyanogen mod, which is highly customizable yet looks so simple. Some leaked photos were released and I saw it and it looked very, very simple. It consisted of flat tiles, a lot of colors, and not a lot of complexity. Now into what you guys care about, the specs. So this phone will be rocking the Snapdragon 801 quad-core processor clocked in at 2.5 GHz. Just to put this in perspective, this is the same processor we see on the Samsung Galaxy S5. This is the best processing package we can get in a phone currently. Also, in the processing package is going to be rocking the Adreno 330 for all you gamers out there. Along with the Snapdragon 801, it will also have 3 GB of RAM. The screen is going to have a 5.5-inch 1080p IPS display, which has 401 pixels per inch. On top of everything is going to be Gorilla Glass 3. Powering this 5.5-inch OnePlus One smartphone, we have a 3100 mAh non-removable battery. Moving on to the camera, we see a 13 megapixel back-facing camera, along with a 5 megapixel front-facing camera. The back-facing camera will include capabilities for 720p slow motion recording at 120 frames per second. Moving on to connectivity, we see the 802.11 AC Wi-Fi chip, which is still the fastest for a smartphone today. It also comes with NFC capabilities and Bluetooth 4.0. A notable feature about this phone is the downward-facing speakers, which have a JBL assist in it. And if you know me, you know that I'm a fan of JBL. So that's pretty cool. So now in this segment of the video, I just want to do some pros and cons. I'm going to start off with the cons. One thing is there is no microSD card slot for expandable storage. Also, no removable back to get into the battery. In my opinion, I think 5.5 inches for a cell phone is too big. For it being in your pocket almost every day, all day, it's going to get big. Unless it has super thin bezels, which the OnePlus One doesn't really have, I'm not a fan of it. And that's just my personal opinion. You guys could like the 5.5-inch display. I'm just saying what I think. Another con for me is that actually the first people to get this phone have to be invited by OnePlus. But they are doing this thing to 100 random fans that if you smash your old phone, they'll give you the OnePlus One for just $1. So look into that for more information. Now on to the pluses. Obviously, we have the price aspect, which is super low for what the phone contains. Also, I didn't talk about this in the video, but it has many varieties in what you can put on the back. They've even showed a wood backing. Another plus to this phone is we are seeing the top-notch specs in this phone. You will have no complaints about processing power or internal memory. So, my last thoughts about this phone are that if this phone taught us anything, it's that a good quality phone can be produced for cheap. And basically, when we buy Samsung, Apple, HTC phones, we are paying to see their logo in our hands. So, just keep that in mind. There's other options if you don't want to spend $700, $600 for a new phone. That's basically all I wanted to talk about in this video. If you did enjoy, maybe hit that like button down below and leave your interactions in the comments. I'd love to see what you guys have to say about the video and your support. Also, head on over to the channel to check out other videos, and if you do enjoy, maybe hit that subscribe button. We're growing up there in the following. We got about 50 now, which is pretty exciting. So if you want to join our little following, that would be awesome. And we're posting some good content coming up, so stay tuned for that. We post every Wednesday and Saturday. This is Robbie from the Spandex 7, checking out. See you next time, guys. Peace out. Fun fact is, I just filmed that outro like 10 times. I could not get it right. Oh my gosh. All right, guys. See you next time.